Okay, back in the day where the Portuguese got their way, where sea trade was the boss and land trade was all about loss. Africa is where we start because the Portuguese were very smart, where they constructed trading posts because that's where they make money the most. They started with Benin, but at the east their sights lie. They took over one by one with it, all the fun. Took over Goa, which is in India, because that's where the money is, no trivia. They had to use force so they could be on the right course. Took over Dayu, Agudawi port, turned the port into a trading fort, took over the Persian Gulf. West Indian Ocean control was a result. Most thought that would be enough. Really, that statement was a bluff. Next was even farther east with Malacca, no least. Muslims didn't like Malacca's fate, but all the Portuguese saw was hate. Next was Malacca on the Chinese coast, which was something to boast. Because with the deal they were about to land was all the trade between China and Japan. Next on the list is something you can't miss. Some say he's the best, I say he's like the rest. Talking about Christopher Columbus traveling with a Chinese compass, went around the Caribbean and found a bunch of Americans. He came bearing gifts, so they won't throw a fit, because if he came with a fist, they would all be pissed. But that was only the first trip. The next one will make them want to flip. He came with settlers who acted like predators. Americans were either enslaved or 6 feet under they lay. Because Europeans came back with disease, which is sad for them because they can't lead. They tried to fight back, but their efforts had lacked. They were stuck forever because your European strategies were clever. They lust for gold, had their true plans unfold to go around to strip gold from every town. Because money was on their mind, it's just the gold they had to find. Then came a guy named Hernan Cortez. He was probably one of the best. Marched on the Aztec with native allies, which was a big asset. They came with death, with greed in their breath. They crushed the Aztecs. They also found gold, which was fantastic. Wait, that was bad. Lastly, about the Incas, with a ruler that wasn't good thinker, that had to fight against Francisco Pizarro, who left the Indians with great sorrow. Antucala was Inca's leader, who had a lot to fear. He got captured by the Spaniards, whose homeland was very far, held Antucala hostage like a bunch of bosses, held him for ransom, and sat back while he had a tantrum. They later killed him anyway, but hey, they still got the money. Okay, that was mine. Okay. Okay, just to make sure, I was going to say, before I go, how much time do I have left? Can I like in now so Matt can go?
20 seconds.
Okay, this is like for Christopher Columbus's voyages. See, look, that's Christopher Columbus, that's Hernan Cortez, that's Montezuma, who was the leader of the Aztecs, that's Francisco Pizarro, and that is over here, you see that is Antucala. These two fought against each other, these two fought against each other.
Great job.
Yes.